When people think of ghost towns, they often think of abandoned mining towns in the American West. But Porter County was once at the western edge of America, and it has its share of ghost towns too. Duneland Ghost Towns were either dream cities, cities that were planned but never developed, or functioning towns that failed to thrive, but all of them have remnants or legacies that were left behind. The first two Duneland ghost towns were planned before Porter County was even established in 1836. This area was actually LaPorte County at the time. The town of Bailey was the first platted town in the Duneland area. Joseph Bailey was Porter County's first permanent settler of European heritage. He came to what is now the town of Porter around 1822 with his wife Marie and their 5 children to continue work in the fur trade. When he arrived, his only neighbors were the Native Americans with whom he worked and traded. In 1833, he platted the town of Bailey, laying out streets named after his wife, his children, the Great Lakes, and other locations important to him. It is important to note that Joseph received much of this property through U.S. treaties with Native Americans. His wife, Marie, was Native American, and she and their children received money or land in several treaties. Joseph died in 1835 and left instructions not to develop the town upon his death. The town of Bailey was one of those dream cities, a town that never came to be except on paper. Today, remnants of that dream are found in the long history of a Porter community called Baileytown. Baileytown was a neighborhood in which many Swedish immigrants settled in the mid-1800s. In the 1850s, Joseph's son-in-law, Joel Wicker, opened a sawmill on the Bailey property and hired Swedish immigrants to work there. As the land was cleared of trees, the immigrants were allowed to buy the land cheaply and live close to one another, creating the Baileytown community, which stretched from East Portage Township to the town of Porter. The Swedish Baileytown community thrived and established a legacy that still exists in the Duneland region today. Although Joseph Bailey's dream city never became a reality, the legacy of that city lived on in the neighborhood that bore his name and today in the homestead that remains as part of the National Park Service property. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for another video about Duneland Ghost Towns.